And Jesus answered and said to them, "Take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation will arise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." It is quite evident that we are already in the end times, and Jesus was here speaking to his disciples, telling them these are the signs of when you are in the end times. And today we're going to have a closer look at the signs of the end times and what other signs are still missing to depict the inevitable second coming of Christ. Jesus starts off by warning the disciples that when the coming of age has come, the end has come, that there will be many that will come in his name to deceive many, claiming that they are the Christ.
Millions of people on this earth right now are waiting for the return of Jesus Christ. I know that a lot of you already figured it out over the years, but for the ones who still haven't, hello, it's me, Jesus.
Many will come in his name to deceive. And because we know that the enemy will want to snatch souls and deceive as many as he can, because he knows his time is limited. The devil knows that his time is limited on this earth, and so he will want to use deception to deceive many. Therefore, it is important that as children of light we know the word for ourselves. Know the Bible for yourself. It is not enough to listen to sermons. It is not enough to go to church and to just, go to conferences and hear the word through other people. But you must know the word within yourself so that it can become life within yourself. And so what is deception? The definition says that deception is the action of deceiving someone. Deceitfulness, duplicity, fraud, double dealing, cheating, bluffing and pretense. And so it says that they will come and say, "I am the Christ." In his name, they're coming to say that I am the Christ. And when it says I am the Christ, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a person saying I am the Messiah, because what actually Christ means, it means anointed one. So they're saying I'm coming as the anointed one in his name. So this could be false prophets, false teachers, false ideologies, other gods created, saying that they have come after Christ as a Christ-like. But we know when these things come and we see these things, that these are all signs of the end of age. How close are we to the second coming of Christ, and what has been the second sign? Since civilization, the world has been at war constantly. The world has not known any lengthy period of peace since time began. There has always been territorial wars at some point or another, whether it is with sticks and stones, up onto the use of sophisticated robots. Jesus said there will be wars and rumors of wars. In the more recent time, we have seen an influx of wars, and we've actually seen the slow but sure preparation of World War III. Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, causing the allies of Ukraine and the allies of Russia to come together to try and defuse this war. However, fast forward in 2024, and most likely to go into more years to come, Russia and Ukraine are still at war with little to nothing progression on either side, and the allies having their hands bound at this point. Is this war one that will come to an amicable conclusion, or is this one that will need the entire world to erupt into World War III? And notwithstanding, another war erupted just a year later in 2023 with the nation of Israel. A year has now passed, and the war has widened to include other countries apart from Palestine, Iran, and now Lebanon. And so with 2024 coming to an end, and the allies again of Israel and the allies of the other countries seeming to be at the brink of drawing an all-out war. But yet Jesus says, you will see wars and you will hear rumors of wars, but yet the end had not yet come. And so Jesus spoke of famines, pestilence, and earthquakes. And we know that the entire world in general is living below the living standard that they have had 30 years ago. People are earning more money, but their living standards has dropped. And if you ask the average household whether they are comfortable, living comfortably, you will hear the majority saying we are just passing by, or we are barely passing by. And so famine is real. The pestilences, from COVID to monkeypox, and to whatever is still being brewed in any lab. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled. All these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation will arise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And yet we rejoice because all these things must happen. They must happen for the second coming of Christ to occur. And what a glorious day that will be to finally overcome this part in destiny. And we know that once we've been raptured, we will reign for 1,000 years with Christ in a new world on earth, right? So these things must happen. And even though the darkness will get darker and the wickedness will get wickeder, and the pain become unbearable in the ashes, and in the darkest of the darks is an arising of the light, the arising of the witnesses.